Hello YouTube, welcome to today's video. It's probably going to be a longer one. I might even take the time to edit this down instead of just uploading raw footage like I usually do. First and foremost, there is a new episode of Geek and Dragon, which is the sort of video podcast discussion show that I do with David Hewlett over on his channel. So I will link that in the video description for you to check out either before or after this video. So today I really just sort of wanted to word barf a lot of my ideas and a lot of the projects I would like to be working on. And, I'm not going to reveal all of them or at least all of the information behind some of them because I either want them to be a surprise or the idea isn't fully developed yet, or I am worried about people potentially stealing the idea. But you guys are awesome. And by the way, thank you for the comments on the last video. They really did cheer me up. So, my ideas. First is I want to somehow figure out a way to get a new computer system so that I can be the recorder and the editor for Geek and Dragon. Because right now, David is doing that, and, he is a lot busier than I am generally. So if I had a system that could handle the editing, um, then I feel like we could probably upload episodes of that more frequently, which I would like. Okay, next project is obviously the documentary, upgrade required, but nothing sort of super substantial is happening about that at the moment. What else? I am in talks with the Hacksmith from YouTube, who you may or may not be familiar with, um, to develop the exoskeleton neck idea I've developed a while ago, and sort of the development and construction of that would sort of feed into the documentary, obviously. There is also um, my sort of science and technology video ideas. They're just sort of not crazy, but I feel novel ideas that I have, but have no resources to potentially execute. And I have David narrating one of them, and I have the audio file of that, so I just need to actually take that and get images and just edit it together. So what is that? That's like 3 things already. Um, there's school. I'm doing 2 courses, online university. I'm sort of in a break from that because I just finished 2 courses, and I'm waiting for the paperwork to go through for the next 2, which takes a little bit of time because I apply for all of the disability funding and whatnot. Then there's all of the cooking and food related projects. I also have the footage for me and my friends cooking one of my recipes, and I'm going to edit that together and put it on the second channel, which I made specifically for cooking. You may not even know that that channel exists, but I'll make a video about that when it actually goes up, because I may prefer to bank that footage and sort of upload them when I can release a few at a more regular schedule. I want to do 4 or 5 of those recipe videos and then actually try to sort of crowdfund a cookbook, which I think would be interesting. I already have like 4 concepts for cookbooks. The first one is entirely outlined, and the other ones are just sort of more general concepts. But relating to the second idea I have for a cookbook is probably in December I'm going to try and do a bunch of experimental vinegars, fermenting them myself, and I'll feature that probably on the food channel and not this one. And I don't know, I'm forgetting some things. I have concepts for my own chess variations, and I want to build and test out some of those. Next spring, I should be setting up an apiary, which, if you don't know, is the term for a bee box, because I'm hoping to raise bees for honey. What else? I've recently connected with a fan who is an artist, and I may be turning one of my ideas into some kind of illustrated story or a comic type thing, but I still need to work out all of the details with him in regards to that. I recently had a really awesome novel concept for a science fiction universe, and it's less action-based, which is good because usually with my stories, I do want to represent at least some of the action visually, which can be a roadblock to me actually writing the stories down. So with this new concept, I might be able to actually just write it finally and get that done. and then work with this new artist friend on some of my other story ideas. And this sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, and I believe this video is going on 10 minutes, but it is tempting to say, just pick the most important projects and then focus on those. But a lot of the projects are either dependent on other people, or they, for whatever reason, tend to have a lot of downtime at irregular intervals. So if a bunch of the big projects just sort of stop for a period of time, then I have nothing to do. And also, even if I don't actively pursue a bunch of these, I'll still think about them, and that can be distracting. So it's not the best system, and I do want to improve my productivity, because I do tend to sort of get overwhelmed and procrastinate a lot. But I feel like I need to try to pursue, to at least some degree, as much of the projects and ideas as possible, because at least then there is a chance of producing some of them if I'm going to be thinking about all of them anyways. So, this is a long video. Thank you for watching if you have all the way to the end. Be sure to leave a comment if any of the ideas stood out to you or anything like that. Yeah, and maybe I'll go into more depth in another video on some of them, or just talk about something else. Or actually, maybe the next video will be the one with David narrating one of my technology ideas. Anyways, thank you for watching.